Are you wondering how to raise and increase your milk supply? It's a very common question and a very regular question around here, that's for sure. So you're not alone, Mama, that I can assure you. Hello there, my name is Maria and I am the owner and founder of the New Mummy Company here in Oakville, Ontario, Canada. And I welcome you back to our YouTube channel. Whether today is the first visit or you are a long-time viewer, you are most welcome, and I hope today I can share another little bit of hints, tips and information around breastfeeding. So one of the questions that we get asked all the time is, how do I know that I've increased my milk supply? Well, that's a fairly simple answer because your body will show you, your breasts will feel it, but also your baby will show you in that your baby is satisfied longer in between feeds and your baby is just more satisfied overall. But today that's not really what I'm here to talk about. Today I'm here to talk about how you can boost and increase your supply. A couple of weeks ago I did a video on how to increase and boost your milk supply, and it has been very popular, so thank you for all your comments and feedback on that. We really do appreciate it. That was specifically on how to raise your milk supply without spending any money, because we understand babies are an expense in themselves. And particularly in the times that we're living in right now, money is something that people are very conscious about, and rightly so. But there is constantly questions coming in. Okay, I do those things, what else can I do? So today I'm going to talk to you about some certain products that we sell here in our store and on our online store, but products that you can find anywhere, no matter where you are. So the first thing I'm going to refer to is hydration. Now that's not obviously something I'm going to sell you, but it is such a fundamental part of breastfeeding and maintaining your supply. It's so easy to forget about yourself because you're focusing on your baby. But my number one tip is always make sure you are hydrated. It is so easy to think that you've had enough to drink, but if you are not drinking enough, it is going to impact your milk supply. So please make sure that you are always taking water every single time you sit down to feed. And if you forget, as you're in that squat position, you haven't quite landed your bum on the sofa, get back up and get that water, because so many mums will say, oh, it's just a quick feed, it doesn't matter. But that's the one time that your baby decides to have a long feed, or the one time that your baby decides to take a nap in your arms and you think, oh gosh, I can't move. So do yourself and make sure you have that water, and whoever is at home with you, if you are having people at home with you right now, ask them to help you, not just with water, but with snacks. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is probably the least expensive out of all of the products that are out there, and that is a lactation tea. Now you can buy specific lactation teas such as this one here, which is from Munchkin Milk Makers, and that is a lactation tea. Now this is an unusual flavor. This is a berry flavor, and so I'll read you the ingredients in this, which are very common ingredients that are known to boost milk supply. It's a very unusual world. They're called galactagogues. And a galactagogue is anything that is considered to be able to naturally boost your milk supply. So it's natural foods. Some of them are quite bitter or aniseedy in taste, so they're not things that you're going to sit on munch on because the taste can be quite bitter. So in these particular lactation teas is fenugreek, lemongrass, fennel, seed, hibiscus, rooibos, which is the tea, and natural berry flavors. So I haven't tried this one, but apparently it's quite a tasty one. The nice thing about this is that it will actually make 2 cups of tea with each tea bag, or 3 cups actually. So 12 bags gives you 36 cups of tea, which is quite good value. Now, any of those ingredients on their own may not combine to give you the biggest effect, but one of the teas that you can buy on its own and can be very inexpensive is fennel. Now, you have to be able to like licorice to be able to drink a fennel tea, but if it does the trick, then it does the trick. The thing to mention about fennel, blessed thistle, fenugreek, all of those types of boosters is that they don't work for everybody. So you may have to play around with combinations of fenugreek and blessed thistle, or brewer's yeast and fennel. You might have to sort of do a little bit of trial and error to be able to get what does work for you. And of course, there is the downsides, and it's not the cost, it is the aroma that it can give off. Some people will describe it as a curry flavor that they smell from themselves. Others describe it as a cinnamon flavor. So just be aware that that can happen, but it is the nature of the foods. Another product that we have is a breast pump breastfeeding multivitamin. And so this is designed to be able to replace all of the vitamins and minerals that are naturally depleted from your body as a result of you breastfeeding or pumping. Really lovely product. Put a lot of research into this product. The people that make this are really, really, really wonderful people. We've met them on numerous occasions, and we're very proud to support a Canadian company. They're called Prenatal Ease. They have a variety of products, but the one that I want to highlight today is nursing. Very simple. It's called nursing. And it is designed to replenish vitamins K, B, C, and D, and iodine, which is lost during breastfeeding. It's a rich source of antioxidant beta-carotene, and they are very easy to swallow capsules. So 90 capsules here, and the daily dosage is 2 per day, and all of the replacement minerals and vitamins are on the side of the box. So something to consider if you're just not quite feeling yourself or feel that you need a little bit of an extra boost. One of our favorite and most in-demand products that we have for boosting milk supply is Romina Naturals, a lovely Canadian product designed by a homeopath and an LC. And this is an organic product. And what we love about this is that it actually works. Now, I'm not saying everything else doesn't. It is a little bit of trial and error for people. But this is the one product that consistently we have to keep reordering and reordering to make sure we keep it in stock for you, because it really does what it says on the tin. It really does work. So we have 3 products that we stock from Romina Naturals: Milky Way, Milk Aplenty, and Go Through. They all work slightly differently from each other, but Milk Aplenty and Milky Way are designed to boost your milk supply, and they do so relatively quickly. Milky Way has a very old traditional remedy or old traditional galactagogue called Torban Gun as its active ingredient, and it is a relatively new product from Romina, but one that has been selling very, very well. So its boost in popularity has been, I was quite surprised, but I'm not sure why I was surprised, because everything that they produce is so great. The thing about these products is they don't taste great, but then again, none of the galactagogues taste great, but you take it as a shot and you throw it back and you take it 3 times a day. And if you're seeing a result in your milk supply within a week, of course, you're going to think it's wonderful. Milk Aplenty is their most long-standing product, and this contains a number of active ingredients. You'll have to forgive my pronunciation if it's not what it should be. Shatavari, moringa, and Ververian and milk thistle are the most active ingredients that are in this. And the nice thing about this is that it's very balancing on a hormonal level for moms that have just given birth, as well as enhancing milk supply. So as a rule of thumb, they suggest Milk Aplenty first, and if that's not having the desired effect for you, then you can move on to Milky Way. They can be taken together, and very often they are taken together for people who are really looking to boost supply very, very quickly. Say that you have a preemie baby, or you have multiples and you're wanting to get that effect. The other product that they have in boosting milk supply is Go Through. Now this works ever so slightly differently in that it is designed to be able to actually boost your mammary tissue. So it takes a little bit longer. We do say up until about 3 weeks to be able to see the work that it is doing for you. But if you can boost your mammary tissue, then obviously you can boost your supply. Again, they can all be taken in combination with each other, and they work really, really well. Again, this doesn't taste great, but as long as it's doing the trick. And you can mix it with some kombucha, some cold water, or orange juice to be able to just chug it over and get it down. And it is recommended that you don't try to dilute it too much. And so finally, I'm going to finish with some cookies, because who doesn't like some cookies? Especially as the winter is starting to approach here. It's nice to think about, you know, a hot cocoa and some cookies, or some warm milk and cookies. But in reality, any food that has a galactagogue base, so oats, brewer's yeast, fenugreek, anything that can be combined into a cookie, a biscuit, or a loaf or a bread can enhance your milk supply. Now, there are tons of lactation cookies on the market, and there's also lactation cookie mixes. And we just have one here today to show you, which is the Munchkin Milk Makers lactation cookies. I may have tasted 1 or 2 packs as opposed to cookies, simply for, you know, quality control and that reason, not because they taste good. The active ingredient in a lot of the cookies will be oats, and so that's something that you can obviously do at home. But if, like most moms, you're stuck for time and it's hard to find the time to be able to make something, then it is nice to be able to order something and have that available to you. The ingredients in these particular cookies are oats, butter, oat flour, and then flaxseed, which is the other galactagogue ingredient, and sunflower lecithin. I'm not seeing anything else that would be considered galactagogue. So they suggest that you take 1 serving a day, and that most moms saw a positive result in less than a week. Now, having tasted them and not breastfeeding, I can't vouch for how quick or how slow they are. But I do know that as a breastfeeding mom, you are going to be hungry, and it's also handy to have a snack that's going to psychologically make you feel like you're doing a good job, because whether you eat a cookie or not, you are doing a tremendously good job in caring for your baby and feeding your baby. But having a little reward with a cookie that makes you feel like you're increasing your milk supply is never a bad thing. So if you have any baker friends, tell them that you would like some oat-based baking done for you. Now, there are gluten-free options when it comes to oats, so if you do need the gluten-free option, make sure you let your friends know before they do that. And if you need a dairy-free option, then you can substitute butter for oil if you need to. So those are my hints and tips for you today on the products that you can check out and use to increase your milk supply. We don't typically want to give you the promotional aspect of products, because we're not just here to sell you products. We genuinely want to be able to give you first-hand experience of what works and what doesn't work. So there's nothing here that I wouldn't stand behind in terms of saying, yes, I support these products, because at the end of the day, our reputation is on the line when we're talking about these things. So if you have any questions, if you would like to talk to us about these products and whether they might be suitable and how they might help you, by all means, you can get in touch. We would love for you to be able to hang around and stick around to see more of our videos as they are released. They do come out every Thursday at 11:15 a.m. right here on our YouTube channel. So we would love to have you. So hit that bell rather, and hit that subscribe button and join us. And do please leave us your comments and let us know what you used when you were trying to boost your milk supply and what worked for you. Until next time, we'll see you again next Thursday. Have a wonderful, wonderful week, and thanks for stopping by.